Friends, how are you? I'm good. I hope that you guys are excited because today is I'm doing something I haven't done in a long time. It had to have been maybe a year, maybe a little less than a year. I don't know, but we're going to do something big. So I have in front of me many partially used Sam's bead boxes for the last year. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and I'm wanting to make some jewelry, but I'm wanting to pull together some things that, maybe I wouldn't have pulled together. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go through it and we're going to make some stuff. So, my plan is I would like to make some really cute little bracelets, maybe like some sets or like earrings and necklaces and stuff like that. I'm not sure like how much we'll get into it today, but there's a lot of stuff here and I want to get creative and make some things from all these boxes. So I'm gonna go, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab my little palette. We're gonna go through each box that I have sitting here. And I think I may have done this like early on in the year because I don't have all 12 of them. And then we're gonna pick out things that I really want to work with and things that would go together with other things and stuff like that. So we're just going to kind of do some combo stuff and try to condense some of these boxes down a little bit. And then that way I have more storage room and I have more empty boxes available for me. And that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and turn around and go to the mat. I'll be right back. Okay, so typically what I do at the end of the year, or what I've done in the past anyway, is I go through and I pull out anything that's like a metal piece. So I must have done this after the first quarter because I have 3 months worth in this box. And if I can do that, like, because this one's, I think this one is March, April, May. I have all together here. The only difference I want to do is I want to pull out any of the metal stuff that we have in here. Okay, so we have all these like little metal pieces. I kind of don't want to pull, I want to pull these out. Oh my goodness, come on. But not the beads. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to do it kind of, late winter, early spring stuff. I just thought it'd be fun to design a few things. I mean, we don't have to design a ton of stuff. And I think like this box, I'm going to leave it the way it is because it does have 3 months worth of stuff in it. And I just pulled out the metal pieces. So I have a charm, I have a ring, a pendant, I have some little guys here. We also have a full strand of, amethyst. And that's the other thing too. If I have a full strand of something, I'm pulling that out. I don't know why I have a full strand of it. This is probably still when I was in my I'm terrified of purple stage. So the first 3 months we're going to leave. Okay, these are the only things that we're pulling out. And I was going to grab my palette, but I thought, you know what, we'll just do it this way. So we have some metal pieces. And so since I've already kind of gone through the first 3 months, like I said, we're just going to leave this one the way it is. And we'll put this one in its little, not retired area, but we'll put this in a different area than where I'm keeping this year's current ones. So I'm going to just set that one aside. And then, whoa, that was loud. And then I have June, July, and August in front of me. So here's June. June was Sweet Peach. And the reason I like to pull the metal pieces out because it gives more space for beads so I can combine these together. So we're just going to, and plus I can use them in my designs. So we're just going to pull these out. I hardly used any of the metal pieces in this one. There's those cute butterflies. All right, so let's see what I'm looking for in here. There's a lot of really pretty things. Like I love this sunshine. We have some Amazonite. So let's pull those out. going to pull out one of these purple flowers because we could definitely do like a little, make this into like a button. So we pull these out. And this moonstone, because it's gorgeous. And that'll go really well with everything. And then, let's see. What else do I want to pull out of here? You know, let's pull out both of these because we could even do a pair of earrings with those because that'd be really cute. And I love these. So I think we need to pull these out too. All right, so now we have room to kind of finagle some things. I'm gonna move, condense as much as I can over to one side for this sweet peach. Didn't use very many of those check glass beads, did I? Wonder if I can get them all in one little spot. And then eventually I will pull them from their like little retired area and they will go then in like my stash. Like if I have enough of it, then I'll put it directly into my stash. If I don't, I'll put it in my bead soup. And then that's my Sam's bead soup, I should say. Because everybody has their own bead soup. And if I see anything now that I could just put in the bead soup, I'll do that too. But so far I don't see anything that I feel like I'd want to do that with. So let's put this over here. Actually, we can combine those together. And this is where we combine things and, you know, just it's helpful. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out these little check glass spacers because we have gold in a lot of our beads. So I think that would be really nice to have these out. And there we go. And let's combine some stuff. So we can combine these purple ones. In fact, I think I might want to use these. These are really pretty. You know what, let's pull those out. I'm like, I'm just going to pull those out. All right. So we have those. And maybe we'll go through 3 months of it first. Do that. And then we'll go through another 3 months later. I don't know. Let's see how far we get. This might be maybe a part 1, a part 2, a part 3 kind of situation. So let's put these in here. There we go. Okay, so now we have all Sweet Peach in this little section here. Oops, I must have thrown those out. And then the next one we have is July, which is Shoreline Stroll. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this one has a lot of really pretty beachy theme to it. We're going to pull out the metal pieces right away. I didn't use a lot of these beads for some reason, or unless maybe they just had a lot in there and I made my things. I was like, okay, I'm done. Because there's an awful lot left in here. I think we could probably add this to something, because look at how pretty that even looks with that. We got a couple 2 holes that I'm probably not going to use today, but I'll know that they're there. And we're going to combine those together. This is the only one, so I'm going to just pull that one out, and we're going to put that in our bead soup. We're going to combine our tiles together. We're going to pull out these gemstones. We have a lot of gemstones in this one. This one was pretty gemstone heavy. So let's pull those out. We'll pull some check glass out with it too. whatever I decide to end up using, which would probably be some of these like little spacers. I want to pull those out. All right, and then we'll grab these beauties. Put those right here. All right, we have these. These are absolutely gorgeous. We'll grab these little baby ones because they're so cute and they're like the perfect little spacers. So we'll pull those out. I'm not quite ready for full-on beach theme, so I'm going to leave the turtles and the shells behind. I will grab those, though, later when I'm looking at some summer stuff. So let's put the shell over here. And, oh, I like these, like, light green. These, like, little light green and white swirly looking spacers. These are really pretty. I really wish I could find my scoop. I have no idea where it went. No clue, guys. All right. So we have that. Oh, why am I condensing these? I'm putting them in the one below it. I really wish I could find my scooper. I'm going to have to just order like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 of those things because it's ridiculous that I lose them like constantly. And then I find them, but then I lose them again. So I don't know. All right, so let's figure out how we want to do this. Oh, got one more of those little guys. Let's put our turtles there, and we're going to put these beads with our turtles. So I hope you guys are all having a good day so far. It's Wednesday. Feels like it should be Friday, but I feel like that every week. And somehow it still just kind of happens that way. Like it just, I don't know, guys. And then we have these cute little sunflower beads. I plan on doing something crazy with all my flowers, I think. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Like I would love to do something really fun and crazy with all my flowers. Okay, we have these. We have these. I think we'll put those with that. Because we can put these two the blue and yellow together. All right, get these in here. I'm going to finish undoing all this so you guys don't have to watch that, and I'll be back. Okay, I got an empty box. So I'm going to put that over here. And then we have Ancient Egypt, which I feel like I used a lot from this, but it looks like I didn't. Oh, you know what? I bought extras and I ended up putting them in here. That's what happened. All right, so we're pulling the metal pieces out. You know what? There was so much that I loved in this one. We're going for some turquoise color. We're going to do this turquoise blue. Really pretty. We're going to pull out this carnelian. Actually, I did use quite a bit. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty picked over. Pull that carnelian out. Whoops. I think we'll use our check glass carnelian pendant maybe. This is going to be fun to like sort through. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Do you think we should try to do like a bunch of necklaces or a bunch of bracelets or just whatever we feel like doing? There's only 2 of these little lapis left. I'm going to stick everything that may not be really, that I'm not going to really use. There's only like a few of these chunks left, so I'm going to pull those out. And I went through and I used a lot of them already. You can tell those are almost gone. And then same with these little guys here. It's not necessary to keep all that in here. So we'll pull those out. I think I started out with 2 of these and I still have 2 of them. So I'm just gonna leave those. We have very little of these spacers left. So I'm gonna just pull those out and put them in this little container. These are going to end up going into my Sam's bead soup. All right, so let's see. I pulled some stuff out. I have these too. These are really pretty. I think I should grab those lapis. Let me put that in here. There definitely is some fun stuff in here. Got some kitty cats. All right. I know I bought I have in my stash right now an extra 2 strands of these because these were the graduated ones, but we're just going to put them in here. Try to get them condensed down as much as I can. I'm not going to use any this round. I'm going to use that other blue instead. Just get them in here if we can. All right, and then let's put all of our bigger check glass beads together. So we have these 2 guys. We have our swirlies. Put those in there. I think that'll be it. That'll fit in there. We might be able to. Let's put. I used a lot of these too. I remember using those. Put those here, and those we can put the cats with it. There we go. We're gonna put our tile of beads together. I'm gonna end up pulling all these tile beads out one of these days to do a bracelet or something. I just have to remember that they're here. The bracelet that Danielle made the other day, I'm gonna have to try to make that for myself and see if I can do that. It was so cool. She had tile beads, but they were kind of embedded in the stitch that she did for this bracelet, and it had a little mini fringe on the one side of it. It was so cute. It was really, really pretty. I was in love with that. So I'm going to end up having to pull these out, and I'm going to do that myself. I know I have plenty of seed beads. And we almost have 3 months worth in here, guys. We're getting there. All right, I'm going to finish putting the rest of these in here. And I think we will just probably stop at 3 months, and we'll see what we can do with this. So I'm going to put the rest of these in here, clean this up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, now that we're here, now we're looking at this mess. Let's see what we have. So I saw these, and I'm like, these would be really cute as a necklace, in a necklace. And we have quite a few of them. And I'm just thinking that they would be really pretty as kind of a, maybe even a shorter necklace. But I want to team them up with something. So if we have all this lapis, and I think what would end up being really cool, I wonder if I could do, ooh, this could be fun. Yeah, this could be a lot of fun. We have like a little, there's 7 there. So if we did this and that, then we have like a few extra. Let me do some. Just put those over here for now. I can grab them if I need them. So I was thinking like this would be really cute together. And then maybe if we did like these links with it. So if we did like loops and then linked some stuff in between, that would be really cute. But I feel like we're missing like another color. I don't think I want to do that carnelian. You know, maybe we're really not, though. Maybe it would be fine. Do we want a pendant to go with it? Like a butterfly, maybe? Because that would be really pretty. We also have these links, too. So I'm thinking maybe we could use some of these spacers on the ends. Like some of these on the ends of like the Amazonite. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe the green ones on the lapis. That'd be kind of cool. It'll look very garden-y, I think. Let me grab these. So I'm thinking what might be really cool is put this on a strand, right? And then do the links like up here, like kind of chain them together. That might be really cool. I think that's what we might do. So I'm just going to push this all off to the side very gently. And I'm going to grab some supplies because we need like bead stringing wire and all that good stuff. So I'm going to grab all of that real quick. Actually, this one might be really cute. You know what? This one is like the raw brass. I think I might save those to do the stain on. All right, so I'm going to leave that here. All right, guys, I'm going to grab a few more items and then I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I got some stuff out. So I have some Soft Flex medium in the, this is butterscotch. So I thought we would use this. And we're not going to need much bead stringing wire. I'm thinking probably, I mean, right about here. Let's see, where's my cutters at? Again, I have everything like covered up over here. It's like, it's so annoying. All right, so there's that. Oh, put my little plastic thing back on here. I'll grab crimp tubes when it's time. All right. So I also brought out my little antique brass jump rings. And we are going to need probably this size, I'm thinking. So I'll put that right there. And then these are really thin ones. I don't like to use them, but they're still pretty strong. They're just skinnier than what I like to use. I like to use the thicker ones, but it's okay. It'll still work out. All right, so if we string that on here, and then if we do, I wonder if that'll fit right underneath the wings. Oh yeah, or underneath the loop, I should say. So if we do like 3 of these, maybe we do 4. And then we're going to start with our lapis. Our lapis gets the green. And then we'll do the little gold flower. And we'll do our Amazonite. Gold flower. Green. What do you guys keep all your extras like just in the box they come in? Do you take them out? Do you put them with your stash when you're done designing with it? Or do you just try to keep it all together, even if you just have a little bit? I'm kind of curious to see what you guys do. Okay, so let's do the same thing on this side. The butterfly seems like it's not gonna sit well. Maybe I need to put another bead like on here. You know what, let's do that real quick. Let's figure that out. Or maybe I just need to pick a different focal. Let me think. We do have the sun, which I really, really enjoy. We could just string him right on, but I kind of would like to have him like this, maybe with the little butterfly underneath it. That'd be cute. I think that's what we'll do. Let me see if I can grab a eye pin real quick here. Actually, I don't need an eye pin. I can use some craft wire instead. So we have some artistic wire, so we use that. And this is 24 gauge. All right, and then we'll grab our round nose pliers. Let's make a little loop. There we go. There. All right, and then let's put on our sun bead. Can't believe I didn't use this guy. I love these. I think I would have used them. Okay, and then we can do a wire wrap loop here. But we also want to be able to hang our butterfly on it. So let's start right here. I just did this backwards. Why did I do that? That's so weird. Did you ever do that? You get like confused about what you normally do, and then all of a sudden you did whatever you do backwards. I mean, like it still works, but you did it like you used your other hand or something. It's so weird. Anyway, I just did that. All right, so let's put him on here. There we go. And then we're going to need to just, I pulled way too much wire off. I don't know why I pulled this much wire off. And we'll just carefully go around till we get about 3 coils. And then we can snip that. So this is kind of like a little combination of, you know, a couple boxes here, which is super cool. Okay, that looks really cute. I'm glad I did that. Just gonna straighten that up. And just slide them right on there. And we'll do our 2 green beads again. And we're gonna do the same pattern that we have going on over here. We need to use our green one. And then our Amazonite. And then, oh, forgot our flower. Forgot our little forget-me-not. Oh, I forgot our forget-me-not. Poor little forget-me-not. And here we go. Back to the lapis. So in like a week and 3 days, I'll be with the girls, be having a good time. So looking forward to it. Being down in Tucson, just loving it up, looking at all the beads. I told Colleen, I said, we're probably going to be exhausted by the time we get home from all the excitement and, you know, the wandering, and probably too excited to sleep about the next day or something. You know, it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. All right, there we go. This is looking fun. I like all the different, like, the varying shapes, like the varying, like these are perfectly rectangle. These are faceted, like, rectangles. It's just, it's really cool. I like it. We have this guy. And we'll put this lapis on. I got more lapis on the other side of me we can do. And then let's do this side. And this is a great way to utilize some of those beads that you weren't using, and then you'll probably actually forget that you even had them because they're going to be hidden away in a box for like ever. I think I would like to just go ahead and use the last 2 lapis. We're just going to double up on the lapis at the top here. So we'll get this one. So I think this is even. Let me see. Oh yeah, that looks really cool together. I love that. All right, and then we just need to do this and this, and then we're gonna end this with our crimps, and then we're gonna make some like chain links out of these. So we have 5 on each side. So that's gonna be really cute. All right, so let's put this on here. And that. So we used all of our lapis. There we go. Grab those crimp beads. I just refilled my Softlex crimps. Those are the long ones, so I don't want those. Those are the ones I want. I want the 2x2s. All right. Oh, no, we only need one. Sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to take my jump rings. I'm going to pull just a few out because I know I want to use probably some smaller ones. And this is one of those ones that, of course, got dumped because that's what I do. I like to dump all of my stuff on the floor and then scoop it all together into one container. That's what I enjoy doing the most. All right, so we're going to put this on. I'm not going to put any wire thing on it. We're just going to go for it. I'm going to hook it right to this link. Put it through here. And let's just push that up. And we're going to make a nice little ball bead right there out of our crimp. There we go. And I don't think that'll fit through here twice. Nope, not at all. All right, so we got that. And then we can just slide that right up. And we're gonna have a little bit extra of our stringy wire left, but that's okay. We'll use it in something, probably a pair of earrings or something. So I'll just save it. All right, we're gonna pull that down. I really wish I could like go through some beads because it makes pulling that down easier. You can always just put your round nose plier in there and it'll help too. Okay, our loops are about the same size there. Looks pretty good. And I'm just going to go ahead and crimp this one. All right. I don't like that left loop just a little bit there. I don't like that. I can't seem to get in close enough to like cut it really well. There it goes. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a struggle. All right. So let's just go ahead and loop some of these together. I'm going to take these little jump rings and just pop them open. we go. And a couple more. So we need 2 more on this side. It's 5 on both sides. If I wanted to get real crazy, I could do some dangles from them, but I'm not doing that today. We're not going to do that. We need to put 1 more on there. And we can hook one side of our clasp on. Oops. There we go. And then probably that, I wonder if I can get away with the little size. Let's try it. These are like little 3mm ones. Oh yeah, that's no problem. I'm sitting here and I just remembered, you guys, see, this is how bad it is. So I'm sitting here and my mind is wandering. I'm like, I forgot to do something yesterday. I forgot to do something yesterday. And you know what? As soon as I'm done with this, I got to get on the computer and I got to add those links to a video that's coming out like tomorrow. See, that's what happens, you guys, when I say, I'm going to put a link there to where you can find blah, blah, blah. Well, then, like, my brain just kind of goes, what? Wait, what did you say after all that? What did you say you were going to do? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what happens to me. All right. So we'll do this. Uh-oh, Woody's getting yelled at. See, and then I started talking and I just realized I messed this up. He's doing his evening, I feel like, whining thing because you did not give me enough attention in the last like 20 minutes. So we're trying to change that about him and it's not going so well, I'll tell you. Not going so well. All right. Do you guys hear him? He is being ridiculous. Oh my gosh, he is being so ridiculous. He's such a stinker. And it is frustrating because you've already given him food, water, treat, took him for a walk, let him outside, more treats, you know, and he just wants you to not be doing anything but paying 100% attention to him. And that's just the way he is. He's that dog. But that's my husband's fault. He did that to him. He spoiled him. It didn't have anything at all to do with me. I don't spoil animals like that. All right, so now we've got our necklace done. Look at how cute this turned out, you guys. Oh, I think that turned out really, really sweet. I like that. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next item up for bid. Let's see. Do I want to do another necklace? I do have some pendants out here. Maybe we do all necklaces in this round, and then we do, like the next 3 boxes, we do all bracelets. Maybe that's what we'll do. This seems like it would be a cool idea. Put these in here real quick. So we do have this beach glass one, which I really, really like. It's super pretty. And what would we want to put with that? Well, we have some purple. Purple and yellow go well together. I wonder if I could wire wrap that onto that. or do it like this. That could be really cute. I don't know. I have to see. All right. No, I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. Okay, so if we do some amethyst, like how do these look with, yeah, this would look really good with that too. But then I'm not crazy about this with all of that. So maybe this one doesn't use that. Instead, actually, you know what? This with the peach moonstone. Yeah, that with the peach moonstone looks so good. And then also, I'm thinking maybe using these little guys. Those are pretty. I really like those. And then maybe we'll do like the little bow or something. That would be really stinking cute. This one has a little spot where you could put like a little rhinestone on it. Maybe I don't want to use that yet. Not the shell link. Maybe this one just doesn't need that kind of focal. Or maybe I should just not use these. See, this is where I run into issues. Like, no, Jody, you said you're going to use the purple. You're going to use the purple. So let me think. I don't think maybe it just doesn't need a focal. So these all look good together. And maybe this could be kind of like a little choker. I don't know if I want to use these or not, though. This one could be another little... Trying to decide how I want to do this. I'm going to grab that box. Let me grab that. What do I do with it? Hold on one second. Okay, so I opened this back up because I feel like we need just a few more things. So I really do want to use the peach with this. But then I'm also thinking that, excuse me, sorry guys. I'm also thinking that maybe these peach ones would look really good. So as I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, these are like more of a clear peach. Maybe we save these. Put those back in there. And we pull some of these out. Yeah, I kind of like that color with it better. And, you know, it's like a different, like, I want to say consistency, but I know that's not the right word. Oh, but what about these? Because that's like the same size. Oh, I think I like that even better. Let's put these back. And then, okay, so let's pull these out. I want all of these. All of them. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do necklaces this round. Next round we'll do all bracelets. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. So we got those. That's perfect. And then is there anything else that I see that I would want? Maybe one of these to go like in the center as a focal. And we might not use these. Yeah, I don't know if we'll use those or not. Okay, so that goes there. Or we could even do like a wider focal, like this. Oh, I kind of like that. That looks good. I like that. That's pretty. All right, so I think we figured out what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna close this back up, set it off to the side, and we'll go ahead and get ready for this one. Okay, for this one, I think I'm gonna use some gold bead stringing wire. Pull that right off there. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, I got 49 strand bead-a-lon. I wonder if I could still fit some of that peach moonstone into that though too, you know, just to kind of, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we're using this gold bead stringing wire. And now I think that we can just start stringing. I'm going to use some of these little gold spacers that came on the strand, because why not? Because why not? And then we can put this guy on here. Yeah, I like that. That's gonna look cute. And then let's see what we have here. So we have 4, 4, 6, 7. We have an extra. And we have 3, 3, 3. Maybe we can put like a little piece of chain on the back for an extender, and we can hang those from the back. And that way I'm not putting those in the bead soup. And then let's do a purple one right away. I think I'll use one of these lighter ones back there. Keep the darker ones up front here. And then we'll do, let's do like 2 a spacer and 2 we'll do the same thing over here. Oh. Yeah, just like this. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really pretty. I like that. All right, so we got 2 more purple. 2 more of these. And then do 2 more. There we go. Same thing over here. You know, I do have small beads too that I could grab. I probably could do that. Okay, and then I just have one little extra of that. And let's just put these by each other. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that. And then when I open this back up, see, that's how sometimes you just like, you don't know, like you see what you want to use, but then you don't know what else you're going to end up using. So you just like, you know, leave it beside you so that you can use it. So let's pull these purple ones out. And then let's pull these peach moonstones out too. We'll use those. Got a couple more empty spaces here, so I can, whatever I don't use, I can put back in here. If there's enough to put back in here. If there isn't, then I am just going to say, bead soup for you. All right. So let's do like our little purple one. Do 2 of those. And we're going to do a peach moonstone. And then we're going to do, oh, let's do 1 amethyst. And then our peach moonstone. And then 2 purple. Whoops. There we go. Let's do the same thing here. Goodness. I have like the dropsies today. One amethyst. And then we can throw one of these on. Two purple. Peach. 2 purple. Yeah, this is turning out really cute. I'm really happy I went back and revisited it just to see like what else I could do instead. And then one of these. Let's see how we're looking. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so let's do that same pattern again here. So we need 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, and then let's do the same thing here. Oh, I'm using too many of those little purple ones. I might have to put some of those back. Because I'm not going to have enough to go on both sides evenly. Okay, we got 2. So you know what we'll do? We'll just do 1 and then end it with a peach moonstone on each side. And there we go. Super cute. Okay, grab my crimps. I need 2 gold ones. I need a clasp. I'm going to use one of these little petite ones here. I need a gold jump ring. I kind of wonder if I should do like a little chunk of chain on the back. Or if I just want to put those in my bead soup. I think I'll just put them in my bead soup. So I'm just going to clear them off to the side for right now. But then I think I want to go up further with the peach. So we're just going to go, like, we'll do 5. Well, that one has some pretty flash. All right. Oops, I didn't get all the sticky off there. There we go. And then we can put our crimp on here. These are great little clasps because you can just go like this. There we go. Then let's crimp that one. Using Softflex 2x2 crimps again. There we go. Then we can just slide that down. And I need to put 4 more moonstone on here. There's 1. 2. 3. And 4. So there we go. Now we got 5 on each side. And this side we're going to put our jump ring. Just going to make sure it's closed all the way before we get moving on that. Yep, we're good. We can just come down here, go through our crimp again. Pull that straight down. Make sure our loops look very similar, and they do. There we go. And we can trim that off. Nice. All right, here's our next necklace. Ooh, so cute. That one turned out really, really pretty. Okay. Next I think I want to dive into some of this turquoise color, this like light blue turquoise color. But oh, I just had these with that. That actually looked really good together. Look at that. That looks nice together. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we have this. I also think I want to bring in some of that carnelian color because I think this would look really good with that too. Let's see. So we have these. These little faceted cubes. Those are super excellent. I love those. So this we're just going to string right on. Yeah, this actually looks really good together. I wonder if I should bring any more of that carnelian color in and maybe not use these ones that are so purpley. Actually, maybe I should just, I don't know. I like these though. I think those look so good with it. Maybe this isn't the right thing to use. Maybe instead, if we really want something, maybe we use the copper. That looks good. And then, yeah, maybe we can bring in these little babies. Oh, that's a little seed bead. Maybe we could bring these little baby gemmies in. There we go. You know what, maybe we'll do some more of these carnelians too. I really do like these shells though as well. They're really cool. And I don't think we're going to use like a ton of the turquoise, but I think we're going to use some. I think we want to use that more as our accent color than our main color. So I think that's what we're going to do here. And I'm going to grab some copper bead stringing wire. Yeah, that looks pretty cool together. I like that. All right, so let me grab the copper bead stringing wire. I'm going to use some of the fine copper color soft flex, and we're going to use that. So let me just see. I think this one I would like just a tad bit longer, I think. And you know, if we're going to do that carnelian, then why aren't we doing this with it? Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, because I said I didn't want, I don't know, guys. I think I want that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. I'm going to grab a jump ring in the antique copper. And probably just need like this size here, but I'm going to keep these out because we're going to need probably for the back of the necklace. So let's go ahead and use that. Oh, I was just thinking of something. Where are those clasps I got from Danielle? I bet you I won't be able to find them. Probably not. That's all right. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everyone's fine. All right. Put that on there. As I say I'm fine, but then I'm still scanning like my desk area. I swear I just saw them the other day. I don't know, guys. I'm losing my marbles. All right. So we're just going to take some of these little ones here and we're going to put them on. So that our jump ring can either nestle between them or sit on top of them, which I think it'll kind of sit on top of them, but also kind of nestle between them. All right, so there's that. And then we just need two more little ones. All right, so there we are. And then we're going to bring in some of this really beautiful jasper, this fancy jasper. Put one of these on. Actually, let's do 2 of them. And I'm going to try to pick some patterns here because I like the way that looks. And then we can do probably one of these itty bitties. And then a carnelian cube. I have no idea how many of these I have. And then let's do a blue. Switch this around here. Let's do this one. And that. Yeah, that looks better. And then we can do another one of these. Oops. See, so we have 2, 2, and 2. Okay, that works. All right, so then we can do one of these. 2 cubes over here. Oh, we're gonna run those little cubes really fast. So we'll save the 2 cubes for over here. We'll do this. We'll put on one of our carnelian wheels. And then let's put this guy on. And then we can use like one of our little cubes over here, like we're gonna do here. Put a cube and then another one. And then bring our carnelian in. Okay, let's do the same thing over on this side. And one of these. We need 2 more of these little guys. Oops, need one of these. Okay, this is a lot of fun. I like how that blue just kind of like pops out of all those like orange and neutral colors. I like that. That looks really good. All right, so then next we're going to end up skipping some spacers, which is kind of fine because we're up high enough where it's not gonna really matter. So let's put on 2 of these. I'm gonna save that one because that one's kind of like an oddball. We're gonna do these like more purpley ones. And as a matter of fact, let's do a couple of these heishis together like that, because we have plenty of them. Just to kind of show like a separation from like the front to the side to the back. And then we can do 2 of these. Another heishi. And then we can do our blue beads. And another heishi. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. So I'm going to grab some of the ones that aren't like colors that I'm using like on their own. There we go. Did you just see me struggle like 5 times putting that bead on? All right, so now let's just get the last 2 blue ones on here. One there and one here. I like all these colors together. This looks fantastic. I'm excited. I think it looks really good. So we have an extra of those, extra of those. Let's put this little baby one right here. We are just getting super creative, you guys. We are just being really creative. I would totally wear this necklace, and I will wear this necklace because I like the colors. Absolutely love the colors. So how many of these little carnelians we have? We have 5 and 5. We have an extra there. So we have like bead soup land here. Just gonna put them in there. And then let's just get these carnelians on. It's 5 and 5. So there's 5. And then we have 5 over here. And now we just need our clasp and we are all set. Okay, yeah, I think this looks really cool. Doesn't this look pretty together? I don't know, like you wouldn't think it would look good together, but it really does. All right, so I need a jump ring and I need a clasp. And I think we're going to use one of my good old trusty standbys there. Those are some of my favorite clasps. I think those actually came from like, I don't even know where they came from, honestly. I couldn't tell you. Needed a couple crimp tubes. And since we're using the fine, we're probably just going to use our regular crimper. So there's that. See if I can find my regular crimper. Oh, here he is. He's right here. Oh, Jody. All right. So let's put one side on. Okay, and then crimp. There we go. That's a nice looking crimp right there. All right, and then let's just stick that through here. And then use some gravity. And we'll drop this one down. We're going to go through all these carnelian Hishi beads here, because otherwise it'll sit weird if we come out through like the middle of them because they're so flat. Okay, all the way through. And just pull that down so it matches. And then we're going to use our crimpers. And just sneak right on in there. And there we go. And we'll save that piece. All right, I think I have enough pulled out to make one more necklace, guys. This turned out really pretty. I like the way that looks. I'm happy with all my necklaces tonight. All right, so we're definitely not going to use this, and I don't think we're going to use this either, but I think what I am wanting to do is use our little shell link. Just probably one of them for like the center of our necklace. We will be using pretty much all this like green and peach and the Sakura agate. I love Sakura agate, by the way, guys. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, we're gonna be using all of those. And I think we might even use some of these. All right. Now, I didn't mean we're going to use everything, right? But we're going to, use them. So I'm going to grab 2 strands. Oh, there's one more little baby one left. I'm going to go ahead and make it as like 1 strand, and then I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm using the 49 strand Bead in gold. And then, let's see, I need my gold crimps. I'm gonna need 4 of those little guys. There we go. And we're gonna get another clasp. Another one of those little gold ones. And another gold jump ring. There we go. All right, let's cut this in half. And set one aside. Put our crimp on one of these. And let's go through here. It's gonna end up being a long video, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, now let's grab our magical crimpers. And we're just gonna make a nice little ball. Here we go, not bad at all. All right, put those aside. And let's see how we want to do this. So I think what I'd like to do is I want to put one of these on first. We're going to use some of these little spacer beads back here too. So let's put this little guy on here. Just like that. And then I'm going to put one of these little gold forget-me-nots on. And I think I'm going to save the other 3 because I want to use these in conjunction with these. So we're going to put those off to the side because we're going to need those for this. And then from here, let's do a Sakura agate. And then let's use one of these little green spacers. then we can do a Amazonite. We'll do 1, 2, 3 Amazonite. We'll do a peach moonstone. Three more Amazonite. One of these. A Sakura agate. And we're just going to keep repeating that. And then we're going to use our other little melon up at the top here. So it's going to be like a beginning and an end. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to, just to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and work on this side, finish this side up, and then we'll come back and do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I got the one side done. Here it is. And then we're going to go ahead and put our crimp on here. Just drop that all the way down. We're going to put our jump ring on this side. I'm going to try to go through that melon. Just pop right out of that melon drop. Pull it straight down. There we go. All right, and now we'll get the other side going and we'll do the same thing. Get that strand and our little crimp tube. Oops, come on back. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am so sorry. I just made you all like super seasick. So sorry about that. All right, so now we can go ahead and do the other one. Let's get that on there all the way. There we go. And now we'll just start getting busy putting everything together. I hope I counted out my beads for the other side appropriately. I was trying to keep track and do it, so we'll see. We'll see if I messed up. 1, 2, and oh my goodness, where are you? 3. 3 more. 1. 2. and 3. And then we need one of these little guys. Need a Sakura agate. And then we need another one of those little green ones. And then we'll do that same pattern with the 3 Amazonite. 1, 2, all right, I'm going to finish beading this, and then I will be right back and we will finish this off, and we will have made 4 new necklaces out of pulling beads from 3 of our Sam's bead boxes from last year. That's pretty exciting. I hope this inspires you to go through whatever you have left over and make something beautiful. All right, guys, hold on one second and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, let's check these out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all the trying on for us to complete this little mini series that we're doing. So for now, we're just going to look at everything together. So here's the newest one. This one's very beachy. I like this one. This one we used stuff from, oh my gosh, I think all the boxes except for 1, or all 3 except, well, no, I think we used a little bit from every single one of those 3. So we have this one. Gorgeous. We have this one that's really, really fun and bright and cheerful. Love that. So cute. And then we have our purple and peach. Very, very pretty. And then the very first one we made with our little homemade chain out of those little connectors, the dark blue and the Amazonite. Very nice. That's a lot of necklaces. That's 4 necklaces, you guys, out of like leftovers from 3 boxes. Very pretty. And we still have plenty of stuff to go. So I'm going to leave the metal pieces out because we're going to keep those out. I'm going to put what I didn't use away. And if there's any onesies in there, I'm going to go ahead and put those in bead soup. And then we will do a part 2 real soon, and probably a part 3. All right, guys, I'm sending you my love, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye, everyone.